Come on in. Welcome to 30 Glenwood Drive here in Swansea. This is a 1,000 square foot, 3-bed, 1-bath ranch. No, I can start over. I'm so lost sitting on a seat, dude. I can't stop thinking about it. Welcome to 30 Glenwood Drive. Here's a property we actually just recently picked up that, believe it or not, for the first time ever, we found a house that has a watercraft in the dining room. That's a feature you don't find very often. Essentially, this is a house that, believe it or not, is not in that bad a shape. This, at an auction, many people came through here and were terrified. So much so that they didn't even attempt to place a bid. So when the property came up, I looked at it from what it really is. We have a house that is really dirty, that's sitting on a slab, needs carpet removed, needs, all of the junk removed, but once that's gone, the bones of this house are actually in great shape. We have some sheetrock damage, we have some insulation that needs to be replaced, we need to replace our kitchen certainly. Come check that out. So this kitchen obviously feels very closed off, so we have to do some work in here, do some replacement, but again, largely cosmetic type items. Paint, new cabinets, new granite, things of that nature. The windows are actually in great shape. These are actually vinyl clad, all wood construction Pella windows. This is a high-end item. We can paint the inside, clean this up, and it'll actually be in great shape. As we travel down the hallway, you see that we have 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms filled with some of the nastiest stuff we've seen in the house yet. And the further I come down the hallway, the more it smells. So this is, again, a large clean out, but largely not too much to do when it really comes down to it. The bathroom is actually in pretty good shape. We need to reglaze the tub, probably tile the surround and replace the toilet and the vanity and things of that nature, but there's really not a ton to do in there. Maybe some tile as well on the floor. In this particular house, there are 3 main components of it. The clean out is gonna take us a good week to do and take quite a bit of time, but it's gonna give us a blank palette here, which is easy to repair. Secondly, we have this kitchen over here, which needs to be opened up. It's a very tight feel in there, and somebody that's a little bit taller or longer, it's a little bit more difficult to navigate in there. So what we're gonna do is open this up and give it a more open feel here in this area. Thirdly, we have a room which was being utilized probably as from a growing family into a family room that previously was a garage. So we're right now debating or analyzing whether or not we turn this back into a garage or we leave it as a family room. Largely, it's going to depend on our return on value when we go to put this particular house on the market. We have a large tarp that's covering this particular roof. So we're actually going to have this removed and put on a new roof. The siding is actually in great shape, so we're going to probably power wash that only and get all of our trim painted white. We've got to do some landscaping. Obviously, it's really a large mow and doing some mulching. The only thing that we really need to replace from the perspective of the windows is concerned is this bay window. So we actually are just going to do the one here. Again, the rest of them are in great shape. So to wrap up this particular project here at 30 Glenwood, this was a 110 buy. We estimated we're going to put about $60,000 into the rehab. And then from a resale perspective, this is a neighborhood that was put in just after the war for military returning home. So every home in this neighborhood is almost exactly the same. So from an ARV perspective, we're looking at about $250. All in all, this is probably about an 8-week project, and we should be moving along here within the next week or so.